Good morning, it's Len. It's about 6:50 in the morning. We're getting ready to test some wait times at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in the Magic Kingdom. I am waiting for my Uber driver now, and the sun is just now coming up. We'll see you guys next at the Magic Kingdom.
Good morning, everyone. Brian here again, once again with David and Len over there, not paying attention. There he is. We are in Magic Kingdom this time to do a different sort of test.
Justin, how much longer you're going to wait in line to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train if you arrive right at park opening and then every 15 minutes after that? So
testing the difference between being at the front of the crowd at rope drop versus being towards the end of the crowd versus missing rope drop. So David and his family are going to go first. It is 7:30 right now in the morning. Magic Kingdom opens at 8 to the public. It's not an extra magic hour. About 7:45, we expect that they'll let us actually go in. So David and his family are going to go first, go straight to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, see how long he waits. I'm going to wait about 15 minutes and start from here, basically from the train station at Magic Kingdom at 8 o'clock, as if I arrived exactly at opening. Len's going to go about 15 minutes after that. And then if Fred and Steve show up, they'll go a little bit after that, whenever they go. And then when Guy shows up, we might just make him do it too, just because. So we're gonna see how the wait times progress throughout the morning and eventually how it would affect your touring plan, because most touring plans would suggest you go to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train first, I would imagine, unless you have a fast pass for it.
Right.
So
and the idea is the arrival time matters a lot here because the wait times grow quickly early in the day, and a lot of times the posted time isn't accurate. You walk up 5 minutes after opening, it says 100 minutes or something. Mm-hmm. Is that really it? We'll find out.
All right, it's 7:41 and they've just let us into the park. We're about the 5th in line back from the entrance, and now David's going to start heading over to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
7:42, so we got about 18 minutes before the park opens. My guess is they're going to stop us up here in the hub. David and his son are up there a little bit, going to try to get to the front of the pack. Oh, there's Len. Len and I are going to hang out. We're probably actually going to stop at Starbucks and get a cup of coffee and wait. One of us will probably try to go towards the back of the initial rush, and the other one will go 10 or 15 minutes later.
15 minutes will be like right before 8 o'clock. So I think that's good. People who think they're showing up a few minutes before park opening but are actually 15 minutes late, we'll show what that happens.
Yeah.
David, I'm in the middle of the masses here of people heading towards presumably Mine Train or whatever else awaits us at the end of Main Street here. So I'm going to get as close as I can to Mine Train, and we'll see how long it'll take. This is my effort to be among the first there. Definitely not going to be number one, but we'll see how it goes.
What determines whether you put the rope here or further up there? Yep, where we going?
To the hub spoke over by the teacups at 7:45 a.m. You can see so one of my colleagues, Steve, is there. He is right at the front of the pack, so he started at the left train tunnel. He made a beeline, and he's actually videoing the crowd gathering here. So we've got a test of sort of where your position is in the herd and how that's going to affect your wait time. We'll see how that goes.
All right, so now I am on my own. It is 7:55. As you can see, I'm walking from the front, got my Starbucks. Just so you know, we do not actually recommend stopping for coffee before you go. Len and I stopped there specifically because we wanted to delay ourselves. You may be able to hear the welcome show is going on in the castle stage right now. They're about to actually let people in, so I will be at the back of the pack. As you can see, crowd behind me is a little sparser. Crowd in front of me is thicker and jogging right now.
Fireworks, 7:58 a.m. I think we'll start moving soon. Here we go.
Working right. everyone into the queue. Everyone is going to move to their right, but make sure you are behind us at all times. Let you know and stay in line.
So yeah, they started letting people in. It's just like 7:59 basically. People are walking in. I can see Mr. Fred Hazelton right about there. So, there's Fred.
Hey, good morning.
So Fred's gonna be towards the back of the pack then. I'm gonna wait probably 5 or so minutes and be a little bit of a straggler here, and then Len's gonna be another 5 or so behind me, I think.
Perfect.
So.
Now, we've got about 150 to 200 people in between us.
Perfect.
So.
Yeah, so we'll have lots of data points for this morning, and it's crowded enough that they should be pretty. Even for an 8 a.m. opening,
Yeah,
they should be.
pretty good.
They should be pretty good. All right. Well, I'm gonna drag back a little bit, so I'll see.
Okay, so here we are in the queue. It is 8 o'clock, and I'm probably a couple hundred people back, as you can see. We probably got to the attraction right at 8 o'clock, so they timed that pretty quickly for an 8 o'clock opening. I did not see a huge horde of people here, but this is an 8 o'clock opening, so you're not going to have people with early morning magic or breakfast or anything like that having a huge advantage. You can see I'm up on a top level here, and there are other folks down there already, including my colleague Steve, if I can get him in the video.
All right, so Len just texted and said that the second wave of guests has gotten into the park. It is 8:02, so those are the ones that basically tried to arrive at 8. I'm kind of right in between the waves. As you can see, it's not nearly as many people in and around me as there normally would be at rope drop, so this is good. I'm right in between. Len will be in the second.
So it's around 8:05. I'm getting ready to start walking to get in line at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. There have been at least 3 large waves of guests that have already come in, starting when the park opened around 7:41. There's another group that just went in at right at 8 o'clock. So I'm getting ready to go. It's 8:05. I'm gonna start walking now.
Here, and here's the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train sign that they just let me go under. They're taking a line starts here sign to the back. Walking in. Wait time says 30 minutes.
And so I'm in line at 8:04. Yeah. The cast member here gathering everybody said it's about 45 to an hour. I passed Fred on my way by. He's a few hundred people in front of me, maybe 150, 200. We're spread out pretty evenly at about 150 to 200 people in between. So, yeah, this is interesting.
What? Up, right here.
Thank you.
And again, 8:05 a.m. Now moving through the queue. We're moving pretty continuously, which makes sense since this ride boards pretty well. I'm going right by the little place where you can play with jewels if the line's a bit longer. We're making progress. When I went by, the line was posted at 30 minutes. I heard it jumped up to 50 minutes.
So like everyone else, the route that I'm taking to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is going to follow this path through Fantasyland. So it's basically the one that's around the 1 o'clock position of the hub, and it takes you to Mad Tea Party. And the reason why we're doing this instead of going through the castle is because we know that the line will probably stretch down towards Storybook Circus. So in order to get in line, save a little bit of extra walking, and do it as fast as possible, you go to where the line is ending, not where the line is beginning. So that's where I'm walking.
And I'm here in the dark. Came to my first standstill in the line, although we just started moving again. My colleague Steve was on the first train, so he got moving fairly quickly. 7 a.m. is on the train. And now I'm moving along. We'll see when I get there. My guess is it'll be a few more minutes.
All right, so coming up to Fantasyland, we see a couple of things. Number one, this is the line. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, you can see it extends almost all the way back to Storybook Circus. Another thing to notice, these folks who are getting on Mad Tea Party first thing in the morning. You go, Mad Tea Partiers, live your best life. All right, we're gonna go get in line here. The end of the line is back here. There is the official end of the line, almost in Storybook Circus.
I'm here, row 10. I'm ready to board my wait in total is going to be about 14 minutes.
All right, we're in line. When I got in line, the cast member said that the wait was going to be about an hour. We're predicting about 40 minutes, so we'll see what happens now. I know that the wait time's already bumped up a little bit since I got in line. Let's see. Morning. Posted wait time is 45 minutes. Thanks.
I'm exiting Mine Train 8:16 a.m. So total wait about 14 minutes. A couple minutes of ride time, and I'm back out in Fantasyland at 8:16, ready to see what else is there.
All right, 8:32. I'm about 5 minutes probably from being on the ride or so. We're almost at the end. You can see the loading right there. So definitely not an ideal time considering both Steve and David have been off the ride for quite a while. So we're all done now. This is the order we went in. Steve went first, David was second, Fred was third, I was fourth, Len went fifth. So, Steve, what time did you? How did it actually go for you?
So I was at the front of rope drop, got into the park at 7:40 right after the ADR people with reservations were in. I walked briskly to the front of the rope drop at the hub, so I was the first one there. Got on the first train, was off Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at 8:09.
Okay, so that's the ideal. That's basically the ideal situation. Is that you're in the front all the time. David was kind of in the middle of the opening pack, and he ended up waiting. What did you say it was?
He was done by 8:16.
Oh, that's still pretty good. It starts to fall apart next. Fred basically watched the welcome show and was in the back of the initial rush.
Yeah, and so I got in line around 8:10, and I waited 27 minutes. So quite a bit more than Steve and David.
And then you got in line at 8:10. Is that
8:10.
No,
8:06 or 8.
Yeah, I was going to say because I was about 8:10.
That's right. Yeah.
I ended up waiting 29 minutes, and then Len, you were a couple rushes behind.
Yeah, I was at the end of the third wave of people who were heading to the ride. I got in line a little bit after Brian, and I ended up waiting 33 minutes. So.
Yeah. So basically, the moral of the story is if you can, you want to get here and be right at the front of the pack, or a little bit behind that front.
First half of the first pack.
Yeah.
If you can do that.
But if you can,
if you can. And the interesting thing is, if you can't do that, what do you do? And for that, we had Steve, once he got off the ride, go test the wait time at Peter Pan. And the interesting thing was, if you can't be in the first half of the first group, let's say you're with Brian or I did, your best bet is to go ride Peter Pan, because there's almost no wait, and then get in line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Because if you do it that way, you'll wait in 7 to 10 minutes less on a typical day than you would if you did it Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in Peter Pan.
Yeah, because if you show up to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at 8:05 or 8:15, the wait's going to be, or normally at 5 minutes after, the park opened at 8 o'clock today, so normally it would be 9, but at 5 minutes after or 15 minutes after, the wait's going to be about the same.
Yeah.
So you can go do Peter Pan first, then you come here. Now, if you can be at the front, you still want to come here.
Even now, you can see the line. The line is not significantly longer than it was.
Yeah, I mean, there's the line. The park's been open for just about an hour, and that is shorter than it was when either Len or I got in line.
So here's the thing, and I was thinking about this when we were in line. Everyone thinks the line wait goes like this, linear. It actually goes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a dip right now, and then it'll start going up again, obviously, when more people get here around 11. But depending on where you are in that first wave, you might be better off going to Peter Pan first.
Yeah, it's
the office.
Yeah, it's interesting that Len, Fred, and I all waited within a couple minutes of each other.
Yeah, we got in line faster
and,
than
and we got in line a total of about 12 minutes apart.
And if somebody got in line right now, it's probably the same.
It's about the same, yeah.
The line is
give or
actually
take
shorter
a
than
couple
when I got in
minutes.
line.
Pointed out, this is a decision that can be made when you get here. It doesn't have to be. If you want to watch the welcome show, if you're just a little later than you thought you would be, if you stop for coffee like Len and I did, which we do not recommend, by the way. But I mean, coffee I recommend greatly, but not stopping before you get up here. Then just do Peter Pan first and come over here. You'll end up waiting 35 minutes or so for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but that's not that bad considering what it's going to be in a couple hours. So.
Oh yeah, it'll be up over.
It's never going to be shorter than that.
No. All right, well, thanks guys. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks.
Bye.